I'm Jillainna. This is my audience. Okay, so my name's Jillainna Brown. I'm going to be talking about server interaction when dining out in a restaurant. And to start off, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. How many of you have eaten out at a restaurant? Great. So, has anyone been bothered by that really rude, obnoxious customer that's just like really loud and is like the server and all that? So that's basically what you don't want to do. And I'm going to start off with a little short video. Can everyone see it? Just real quick. I hope everyone likes it. It's kind of funny. And I hope it works.
Hi. Welcome to
Salmon.
Excuse me?
Bring me salmon.
I'm sorry. We don't have salmon on the menu. I can offer you sole, or...
I had salmon here yesterday.
No, you didn't. Why would I lie to you?
You don't have salmon? What kind of a place is this?
I'm very sorry. Perhaps you'd like me to go to the supermarket and buy some salmon for you.
That would be great.
I'm not actually going to do that. Can I start you off with something to drink?
I'm ready to order.
Okay, what would you like?
I don't know. I think I'll talk it over with my friend while you stand there for 5 minutes.
You are not ready. You are the definition of not ready. How about I give you a few minutes to decide, and then I come back?
No.
Alright, so just a little something. I know that's not what actually happens in a restaurant, but it's a really great exaggeration of what it can be like serving tables. I would know because I have served tables for 7 years. I actually work at the Bonefish in Newport News. It's been 3.5 years now, and I've done everything. I've served tables, I've been a hostess, I've bussed tables, and I've worked in the kitchen. So I've got a lot of experience in working with people in the restaurant, and a lot of my research came from Emily Post's etiquette. So I'm not going to imply that any of you ladies would ever act like that in a restaurant, because I know you wouldn't. But I'm just going to talk about some of the things that you should do, some tips when dining out at the beginning of your meal, during your meal, and at the end, of course, taking care of your server. So I'm going to begin with your initial greet. Make sure you allow your server to introduce themselves and talk about what's going on in the restaurant, any specials that might be going on or what have you. First step usually is drinks and then food. We like to keep an order to things, so try not to fast forward through everything. And if you're in a hurry, just let your server know. Very important thing when you're dining out is to keep the lines of communication open. Communication is very key. Don't go out to eat expecting not to talk to your server. It's very rude. So now that I've gone over some things that you do at the beginning of the meal, during your meal, there's some important things you can do to help maximize your dining experience. And as I said before, communication's key. Make sure you keep those lines of communication open. Ask questions if you're cold, if your food's cold, if your order's wrong, anything. Just let your server know, and we're going to do what we can to make sure that it's taken care of. Even more important is how you talk to your server. Emily Post quotes that a waiter who is hissed, whistled, or clapped at in the United States would probably run in the other direction. So we don't suggest doing that. And also, you don't have to be afraid to complain. Complaints can actually be good sometimes. It helps us know what we're doing wrong and what we can do the next time to make your visit better. Emily Post also says that complaints should be made quietly without making a fuss or attracting the attention of other guests. So you should always be respectful. Following these steps will always help have a better dining experience, and if everything is great and has gone well, at the end it's your responsibility to take care of your server. It's widely accepted for a tip for a good service to be 15%, 20% for excellent service, and this is according to the Department of Labor. And always remember that your reputation precedes you. So don't think that just because you're not going to be in that restaurant for another few weeks, your server's not going to remember you, your tip, or your attitude the next time you come in. So I talked about some really simple things that will help maximize any dining experience that you may have in a sit-down restaurant. And we all know that good manners will take you a long way. You always follow the golden rule. Treat others like you would like to be treated, and communication is always important, and keep your server informed and taking care of your server at the end. So I'm going to end with a little excerpt from 1 Minute Manners. It says, all of our reputations precedes us. If you expect to return to the restaurant, the kind of tip you leave today will determine how you'll be treated at that establishment in the future. So just keep that in mind, and I appreciate your listening. Again, I'm Jillainna Brown. Thanks.